the Red Bull guy. I don't know if you've heard about this. I don't even think his name needs to be acknowledged because he's very, very toxic and clearly hates women. But I just want to send my condolences to all of the toxic men out there because they're clearly very upset and very aggressive today. So, condolences, fellas, condolences. Announcement, this Saturday we are going to be at One Eye Jack's, 433 Park Ave, for a comedy show. I have Marcelino Moose Hill coming in all the way from Connecticut. We have Derek Fonseca from the Boston area. And then we have a local guy coming in that's going to do a guest spot. Come on down, $15. And I'm actually going to be raffling off a ticket to somebody that comes and supports the show for the Honest John show on May 20th. So, in the studio with me today, she came all the way from Webster, Webster's local watering hole, the place to be, the path. Welcome, Carlene Rosario.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, good. You want to talk a little bit more into the microphone so that way everyone can hear you. So, the path is a Polish club over on 37 Harris Street, right in Webster.
Yes.
Now, you guys just took over in September, right?
About September, yeah.
So how has that been? Starting a new club during the pandemic. You're still kind of mid-pandemic.
Yes. We just opened up. We have a lot of events going on. We have an amazing new manager, Jessica Speck.
Shout out Jessica. I see her on the Thick Chick comedy page.
She's awesome. She's been a really, really good addition to this.
Now, did you work there when it was the other ownership?
No.
No, okay. So is it all new faces?
Yes.
I could kind of tell. I was digging through your Facebook page, and I could kind of tell. And it looks like there's so much more to offer now.
Yes, there is. We do live entertainment every weekend.
That's right, right? What's going on tonight? You have a hypnotist?
We have a hypnotist, Dan, which is awesome.
He's actually going to be
today.
He's going to be joining the show. And then what else? What else you got?
We have Thick Chick comedy next weekend.
Next weekend, that's
Friday.
right. We're going to be at the Pack in Webster.
We have Alter Ego coming on May 21st.
And that's a really good band.
Yes.
They're popular.
Yeah, they are.
It's going to be popping down there that night.
Yep, and we also have the Food Truck Festival on June 25th.
Oh.
Food trucks, which is really good.
And let's just talk. Are you familiar with the Ziggy Bombs?
Yes.
Have you had one yet?
I don't. Their lines are so long.
They are so long. And come on, spring, fight back. It's just been so cold to want to stand out in the rain. Trust me, I like to eat,
People's been waiting, hours for him?
Right, I know. And he sells out. I just feel like if I was the one waiting in that line that long,
Right.
and I didn't get my steak and cheese, I would be very disappointed. But is he going to be at the food truck?
I have no idea. I don't know the list. I know they have over 300 vendors.
Okay.
That are going.
Yeah, so that's going to be a good day. A good day for eating, for sure.
It is.
Now, you guys also offer, pool tables.
We have darts, pool table. We have cornhole.
And you also do the leagues.
Yes. Well, we're working on it. We haven't had leagues yet, but we're working on the leagues.
So are you looking for people to sign up?
Yes. If we get more people to sign up, then we'll start doing the leagues. But right now, we're just, they have the pool tables, the darts, the cornhole.
So, so if anyone out there that's listening that is interested in pool, darts, or cornhole. I know all those are really popular, so we just got to get the word out there.
We do. Word of mouth is the best.
Absolutely. If you want to put something out, we're more than happy to share it at Unity Radio.
Awesome.
And then also you have a resident DJ there, DJ Craze.
We do. He's awesome.
Yes. And then Johnny Blaze is with him quite often.
Yeah, he is. And once in a while we do get DJ Midnight. We do get different DJs.
Shout out for DJ Midnight, Terry Lima. He's actually the one that linked us together.
He is.
And then you've also had Worcester's own Chuck Chillin.
Yes, we have, and now we working with DJ.
And that's right, Unity Radio's own Kid Cash is going to be on Thursday nights at the Pack, right?
Yeah, he starts May 26th. He's doing an event.
All right, May 26th. That's right. So DJ Kid Cash is working on a few different projects with me. He's going to be at the Honest John show over at the White Eagle on May 20th, folks. Unity Radio is going to be in the building. What's Up Worcester's going to be in the building. Artie Floyd, I think, is even going to make a guest appearance. Representation from the Worcester Majors will be there. It's going to be quite the event. But yes, you guys have a lot of things going on. And you're also doing a meat raffle.
Yeah, we just had a meat raffle a couple of weeks ago. That was awesome.
You were raffling off lobsters.
Yes.
I know. You know, you hear meat raffle and you're like, oh, what is that? So what is a meat raffle?
So we have a table with meat in it, and we raffle it off. So you pick what your number, and then you pick what meat you want on the table.
Okay, and then I saw it, lobster tails. Like you're getting the cream of the crop for the meats.
Oh yeah, we had. It was good.
Nice, nice. So, what is it? So, do you have a background? Like, have you worked in the restaurant business before?
I bartended before.
No. How is it versus where you're at now?
I love it. It's so much better. I love the people I work with. I have an amazing boss. It's a big difference from where I came from.
Yes, and Jessica's actually in the comments. Jessica, if you wouldn't mind hitting the share button for us, we always appreciate that. So I noticed when I was digging through the pages, and you know, I know that we're just getting to know each other. You guys have an outdoor area.
We do.
Now, what is that all about? Because that looked pretty cool.
Yeah, so we do have a big area outside.
A little closer to the mic, huh?
We do have an area outside, which that's where the food trucks are gonna be. It's huge back there.
It really is. Like I could at the space,
It's huge outside. That's where we're gonna be doing the food trucks, and we'll hopefully be doing more events outside.
Now you also just redid your banquet space. Like
We
you
did.
are the top banquet space within this area.
We do. And one thing about us is what's really good is when we book our events, we only book one event a day. So you have the hall the whole entire time till 1 a.m.
And now just to give people an idea of what this hall looks like, it's on the second floor. It is absolutely huge. I would say it's what, like 2 basketball courts probably?
Yeah, it holds about 300 people.
300 people. It's all very rustic with natural wood. It almost feels like you are in a vacation spot.
Yeah, it's beautiful upstairs.
No, it really, really is. And then you guys put a ton of work into there.
Yes, they did.
What are the things that you did to change?
They repainted everything. They did the floors and stuff. Now we're working on the roof there too.
The roof, awesome, awesome. So what are you looking for this summer? Like what can people expect over at the PAB?
Hopefully we'll be doing a lot of more entertainment outside. I know we're working on like a cookout outside, family cookout. That's in the works too. We're also doing open mic.
Okay.
Yes, starting June 3rd.
What kind is it gonna be, a mixed open mic, comedy?
It's gonna be more hip hop. It's
Oh,
gonna be
that's-
sponsored by HWG.
That's right, because you just had some of the local Worcester guys in there. They just did a hip hop show. And Kid Cash was actually
Yes,
the
actually.
DJ there.
Yep. We're gonna be working with him again. Also with DJ Craze doing the open mic. We start June 3rd will be our first open mic.
Cool.
And then the second open mic so far will be June 23rd, which is a Thursday.
So, you know, I just want to say, like, the hip hop crew, that's actually who got me started. You know, they were the first ones to give me stage time. They allowed me to host their events. So it's like really where I found my voice. And you're the first open mic I've heard where anyone can go down and perform musically. So that's a really good thing that you're doing for the scene.
Yeah, that's awesome. So we first started off as I believe it was New Year's Eve. I had an artist first come in. And ever since then, we try to get artists to come in and do open mic and do events. And
So if you're a local artist, you definitely want to support the PAC because they are bringing up the scene. And so what night of the week is the open mic going to be?
so June 3rd, which is a Friday, and June 23rd is going to be a Thursday.
Okay, so yeah. And is Keep Cash working on that with you, or are you, or is it DJ Craze?
DJ Craze is going to do one of them, and I don't know if Cash is going to do the other one. I'm not sure about that yet.
Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be great. People, you know, and certainly we deal with a lot of local artists. A lot of local artists come through our doors. We play their music and stuff. So definitely keep me in the loop so that way we can help you promote, reach out to artists that we know and make sure that they get down there.
Exactly. I'm going to be working on a flyer this weekend for that.
Are you doing all your own flyers?
Yes, I do.
You have to teach yourself, right?
I love doing the flyers.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, like I'm slowly getting better at it, just because I have so many shows that I've had to teach myself, as well as like I'm teaching myself on the editing process, and that's all a learning curve, right?
It is. Visual.
That's right. You know, all I could think of was like, I just wish I paid more attention when I was in school.
I said the same thing. I was like, go back.
Right, but you got a lovely daughter. Let's get her in some graphics classes. We'll put her to work. So she looks about the age that it's a TikToker.
Oh, yes,
Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
Oh, she's like, no, she wants no part of this, no part of this. Is the PAC on TikTok? Because I mean, you've got a little.
No, but we should be up TikTok. That's a good idea.
Right? I think we're gonna put her. We just got her a job, didn't we? She's like, oh, why did I come to this? Like, why did I come here, Mom?
She's like,
Yeah, you gotta get on that TikTok. Everybody's out there.
that's a good idea. I didn't think about that.
Yeah,
you know what?
that, like, you've got the age that she probably knows how to do it, and she could bang them out.
Exactly.
Where it would take us like 20 minutes.
As we're sitting there editing the pages.
Yes. Yes. So what do you want the people to know about the path?
We are open Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, 5 to 1 a.m. Live entertainment every weekend. We try to bring different bands in, DJs and stuff like that. It's a good place. We offer free pool, free darts, free cornhole. So it's a good time.
And
Environment.
That's right. And we're about 15 minutes from Worcester.
Yeah, not bad.
So if you want to get out of the city, have a change of pace, this is definitely the spot to go if you're a local artist.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's really exciting. And I know that, like, once we help you put that word out within our community ourselves, that we'll have artists like lining up to go down there to want to perform. Yeah, that's dope. So what did you think of Kid Cash when you first met him?
Oh, he was awesome.
Yeah, he's a little charmer, right?
Yeah, he's a really good DJ.
He is, and he's very active within the community. Last night he was part of the Hip Hop Congress. They had they were showcasing Worcester's, all of the hip hop in the music scene from way back when, and he was a part of that. So he is really up and coming, as well as he's on Unity Radio. He's we updated our studio in the back, so anybody who does do music that is looking to produce, we now have the capabilities to it, and it's Kid Cash that's doing that for people.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's a really, really good DJ.
He really, and a good guy. He's a really good guy, yeah. Super. So we're super excited to come down next weekend. We have Miss Candell coming. She's from the Connecticut area. She is wild.
I'm excited.
Grandma Martha is actually Brian Vincent. He dresses up as an older woman and has an act. And I think people don't know that it's actually a guy.
Really?
Yeah. That's what I'm feeling from the feedback that I'm getting from sharing the flyer, that people do not know that that's actually a man underneath there.
That's awesome.
Right?
I'm it's gonna be a good time.
It's gonna be a great time. And we actually have Johnny Hollywood coming all the way from the New Jersey area, coming down to grace the stage. So yeah, we are gonna have a blast. And
I'm excited.
People, that's right, start getting your tickets. And like I said, we can raffle off a Honest John ticket for the May 20th.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we are gonna have some fun with that. So you've got so much stuff going on. You're doing some theme events as well.
Yes. I do different themes, once a month. I like to celebrate month birthdays. I've been doing that for the last couple of months, which has been a good turnout.
I know, is that people that like regularly come to the?
Yes.
Oh yeah, they must.
We've done 90s night. That was a good time.
Yeah. So we got to take a quick little break, Carlene. You are listening to Stand Ups and Standouts with Big Chick Comedy Serenity Jones on Unity Radio 97.9 FM, Worcester's Community Connection.
Myself.
I'm used to this.
You did awesome.
Yeah, I can tell she was freezing up a bit. I'm like,
I can't do this.
I'm like, give me something.
It's like talking to a friend, right?
Just come myself. She's like, I hear you and I see you. You should be here. LOL. Wait.
Oh, too funny. Do you want to jump in so
Sure.
we can have a little assistance
Yeah,
here? Yeah. Super. Yeah, I could tell you were struggling with it. I was like, oh.
I can do like public. Everyone's hearing and talking to people, but this public speaking.
Nothing wrong with that. You actually pretty good. We've seen
Public.
worse.
Yeah.
I've seen worse.
We definitely have seen worse.
Talk about camera.
Make love to the microphone.
Yeah, right.
Serenity, I love your voice.
Oh, I
You would
think.
make an awesome hypnotist. My God.
Really?
Yeah.
She's coming to the show tonight.
I am coming.
Yes,
That's
good.
a friend. What's Up Worcester's coming, so he wants to speak with both of you guys to get a little information out there, and then he will.
Is anyone Jerry?
Yeah, Jerry's coming.
Jerry's coming tonight.
So we're going to see the hypnotist.
Getting down and dirty with Jerry.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good time.
I'm trying to throw these in the Webster groups, get, like, you know what I mean? So maybe some of them can jump in.
I shared it on my page as well. We're streaming on my
Yay!
4 or 5 of my pages. So
Super. Yeah, I'm not even sure where we're trying. Super. Oh, so good. You guys pulled this flyer. That's great. Super. I didn't know we know how to do that now. Your flyer. So you can actually watch out. We live stream and people like sometimes will comment and jump in. I don't know if I pissed everybody off when I said that Sam Hill guy. But I'm telling you, like, I put a post that I was like, because he really like downgrades women,
yeah.
and all these men are like And I was like, listen, guys, just like we're basic, you're below average, so are you. Like,
I love it.
and it's like a lot of black men like talking down other black women, and I'm like, you came from her, like, you know. But I had some guy that just showed up. He always shows up to fight on my page, and I'm just like, dude, you got like a 28 size waist, like, you're below average.
The show I did last night, they said, we don't know if we're gonna have the show. I said, why? They said, we had a sit-in, a protest. I'm like, okay.
Oh God, you have to tell him about that. Dan Cardell,
Candell. Soda Candell Computer. Candell.
right?
I fuck with it.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. You are listening to Stand Ups and Standouts with Big Chick Comedy Serenity Jones on Unity Radio 97.9 FM, Worcester's Community Connection. In the studio from Webster's Best Watering Hole. They're doing events, pool darts, Keno, everything going on in Webster is happening at the Pack over 37 Webster Street. I have Caroline Rosario. And joining in this fella, so interesting. When I saw him, I knew I needed to speak with him. Now he is a local hypnotist in the area. He is doing adult shows, as well as helping people with anxiety and struggles in their life, quitting smoking, losing weight. Dan Cardell.
Candell. People call me Dave Cardell all the time. I'm like, what is it that I don't? Do I really look like a Dave, and do I really look like a Cardell?
I mean, it's kind of like you look like an Endelman.
I mean, you know.
Have you heard that before?
No, I've heard I look like Ryan Seacrest.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you got a little blonde and a little poof on the top.
Actually, I got a first class ticket on an airplane upgrade. I'm boarding the plane. The flight attendant, she goes, "You look just like Ryan Seacrest."
She was like, I am.
That's what I said. He said Ryan Seacrest deserves a first class upgrade. So she gave me one. She goes, "There's one seat."
Just like that?
I'm like, dude, this is I should play this up a little bit more.
All right, so who do I look like? So that way I know who to go with.
Well, you sound. I told you sound like you could be a hypnotist.
How?
Your voice has a soothing quality to it.
You know what it is? I've always worked in sales.
And
I ran the streets before when I was younger. A lot of my friends, I've always been told that they would get in trouble with me because I would just sell them on a bad idea. Like, oh, come on, guys, let's do this, and we'd always end up in trouble as teenagers. And they're like, why did we listen to you? Why did we ever listen to you, Serenity? So yeah, maybe I could.
Sales is all about hypnosis is sales, and sales is hypnosis because you're basically using the powers of persuasion, right?
Yeah, exactly. But I don't know, I saw some of your videos where you have people walking up, basically looking like zombies.
Yeah, that's basically what happens. So in the show, I give about a 5-10 minute introduction, the introduction.
This is a hypnotist. He's going to be at the Pack tonight. There's still tickets available.
8:00 p.m.
That's right.
And when you come to the Pack, and you get your tickets, also have a drink because you're just telling me about this amazing drink with, was it Jack Fire or something?
Jack Fire. If you like Fireball, you will like Jack Fire.
What are we putting in Jack Fire? Is it just straight?
Yeah, but if you put it on ice, girl, chill.
Oh, girl, I know about Fireball.
Exactly, but you're gonna like Jack Fire.
Oh, yeah. Actually,
we're having some tonight, right?
I bet it's good with some soda, believe it or not. Kind of gives it a little spice, like a spice.
Maybe we should try that.
We should. We were talking about it earlier because I did a show that she had gone to, and I made a joke in the middle of the show. I said, "Hey, everybody, the more shots of Fireball you buy me, the dirtier the show gets." Thinking Joe Cool. And there were 20 people that lined up on the side of the stage with all the shots of Fireball. So I'm shooting him down. Well, I got so drunk in that show, dude, I fell off the stage and broke my wrist. I had to go to the emergency room afterwards. No!
Oh my God!
And it was an adult show, so I had an adult object in my hand that I fell onto. So here I am. I have to.
How did that sound at the IR room?
Well, they had all the doctors and nurses come in. They're like, "You got to tell this story to everybody." One of the nurses that was there, he goes, "Wait, you're the hypnotist?" I said, "Oh, no, because I was at your show. When you fell off the stage, I remember thinking, not my patient, not my problem."
Yeah! Oh my God, can you hypnotize them to make them forget it?
Yeah, oh yeah. And sleep, right? But the thing, with hypnosis, I was telling my friends here at the station, it's almost it's a very intoxicating feeling. So when you're hypnotized, it feels like you had a couple too many glasses of wine or shots of Fireball.
I feel like that all the time.
Yeah, there you go, yeah. So
experience.
Right? I'm Irish. I'm already reflected.
Oh, there you go. So it's you know, it's a type of thing, especially when you come to the pack tonight. It's you just relax, you let your hair down, and all you have to do to get hypnotized is follow my simple instructions and suggestions. It's that easy. It's like following a GPS essentially.
Okay.
Pretty cool.
So should we try to get Carlene? Or?
Oh, no.
Ah!
We're gonna hypnotize you.
I already told you, we're gonna need like willing volunteers. Else I go in the audience, I pull people up.
So it feels like almost like you're jumping. How do you get these people to do like? I saw one video when you like all of these people just like literally like fell asleep and it was wild and like you're walking around kind of like poking at them and nobody's moving like they're just like out like how like what?
So what happens is a scientific process called bypassing the critical factor, and essentially what happens is there's a very small window of opportunity for me to get into a person's subconscious mind. So I hypnotize people using what we call a hypnotic induction. So the way I do it is very, very quick. It's like snap.
You know, I felt like it was really quick, and I have to tell you, I was like, how did you get all like, you know, is this real?
Yes, that's what everybody always
You
asks.
know what I'm saying? Especially in a video form.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, it just seems so quick.
Right.
Yeah, tell us about that.
So it's a scientific process essentially, and what I'm doing is I'm shocking the nervous system. And while I shock the nervous system, usually by surprising people, and I also overload the nervous system. So you'll see me talking to everybody, and I'll say, hypnosis, the bypass of the critical factor of the conscious mind. What we do is we blah, blah, blah. And I talk so quickly. You just see everybody go like that. And they're,
That's right, they look like zombies.
yeah, they look like zombies. And then all of a sudden I just go up to people, I hit this little pressure point, and I fire off a command. The command is sleep. And then they go boom, and they just like,
They really did. They all like
lights out.
dropped. Like,
yeah,
have you ever had anyone fall out of a seat or anything?
all the time.
Oh my.
I just did a show last night. There were 25 people in the show, and about 4 people just dropped right out of the chairs. That happened the night before that. I did another show. Someone got hypnotized in the audience, and they could tell, so they got up and started walking out, and they face planted right to the ground. Yeah.
No, so if you're like trying to hypnotize one person, could like the person next to them?
Yes, all the time. People get hypnotized in the audience all the time.
So they don't like that. Now, like, so is it easier to hypnotize somebody after they've had some shots?
Not so. You have to be like cognizant. You have to be aware. So some people, like, if you're a little looser, it's fine. But if you're like schnockered,
It's not gonna work.
It's not gonna work, right?
Now, what if have people are like, oh, you can't do this to me?
Yes. So not everybody can be hypnotized at the same time, the same way. So everybody can be hypnotized, but not everybody can be hypnotized using the same method. So on stage, I actually do a couple of tests to see which ones are gonna be able to be hypnotized by the method that I use on stage.
Oh, okay. And it's there's two different methods.
Yes,
yeah.
yeah, there's 2 different methods. One is like a faster method, one is more of a slower method, but then there's methods in between that. So there's thousands and thousands of ways to hypnotize people. It's just finding the right way for the people at the right time.
That's what. And I don't know if you know this. He's been doing this since he's been a child.
Yeah, I was the world's youngest hypnotist. I started at 13 years
For a
old.
long time.
Yeah. And I'm like, how did you get that? And like, so like your parents are okay with you hypnotizing? Did you like put them to sleep and sneak out?
And everyone says, you must have been a devil child.
Yeah, right? That's what I said. I said I wish I was partying in the woods with them. We're best friends.
my aunt, she love her, and she's very religious, and I thought to myself,
Oh, she
like,
thought you were like the devil.
yeah, I'm like, she's gonna take like holy water.
Right. Why isn't he catching on fire? Get the spirit out. Get it out.
So I started hypnosis when I was 13 because I had a learning disability. And I saw a stage hypnotist when I was younger, memorized everything he did, went home, practiced it on my friends at work, and then
Stop it.
yeah, hypnotized him in.
Now, this is days before you have like YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Right,
YouTube
like
was
you-
a thing.
There's no YouTube videos, like you just watched, like taking notes or just all meant.
Yeah,
Like,
so it's weird because like my memory was mush, and that's how they considered me to be like a child prodigy of hypnosis because I had a photographic memory of everything hypnosis. So I memorized how this guy did it, went home, practiced on my friends, it worked, and then my parents found out, and they started buying me books.
oh, they did. Oh, they didn't get mad at you.
They didn't get
I think
mad,
my
no.
parents would be like, "What are you doing?" Like,
They're like, well, he's not out drinking, doing drugs. So
Right,
yeah.
She was
So
funny.
it was really interesting. Then I started learning about therapeutic hypnosis and how to help people with it. And now we were talking about TikTok a little while ago. I went viral on TikTok. I have 250,000 followers on TikTok.
That's right. So we have your social media links. So if our producers there, Angie and Quad, wouldn't mind sharing those in the comments, So yeah, go ahead. You went viral.
Yeah, it went viral, and I go on like world tours. I went on tour in Australia before the pandemic, and then now I was traveling all over the country, performing in Vegas, California, New York, like all over the place.
So did it take the TikTok video for you to explode and start touring?
So I actually did a TED Talk before that. My TED Talk went viral as well, and it was all about like self hypnosis, how to hypnotize yourself. And I went to Assumption, majored in marketing and psychology, so I can mess with your mind and sell you something.
Yeah.
So I've always been promoting myself, and so I was going on tours before I blew up on TikTok. But the reason why I went on TikTok was I basically like went through a breakup a couple of years ago, had nothing better to do, so I started filming self-help TikTok videos and like about my experiences and stuff like that. They started getting millions and millions of views. I'm like, oh my gosh! So that's kind of how that happened. So I actually keep my shows a little bit separate than my therapeutic stuff.
Yeah, but I can certainly relate to that 'cause I'll put out clips and stuff. And I can't put too much, and sometimes I feel like I'm putting the same stuff out, but like, you know, not everyone sees it the first round.
Right, people want that. Like people want the same thing pretty much. It's content congruency and.
Oh, you think they want the same thing? So I don't have to worry about like, oh, they're gonna hear that joke, but like they know it, like they're gonna be ready for it. So.
That's a lot of times people want to see like very similar messages over and over again, and that's what's gonna hit.
Yeah, that's right. Like almost like the branding and stuff.
Yes,
People have to see your name and logo so many times before they start knowing who you are and what you do.
Absolutely. Would it be okay if I did a little hypnotic thing for the people out there?
I would absolutely love to. We're coming up on a break shortly. I think we have like another minute or so, but when we come back,
Let's do it.
let's do that. Because I did kind of put that in there. I was like, can he hypnotize me? Like, watch on Facebook Live to see the full effect. Yeah, because I want to kind of see. You know, I'm a little leery, but
Absolutely.
I certainly into the holistic, anything different, other than like typical put somebody on a pill to fix it. I'm definitely open to the idea, and I wonder. I think I'm gonna be one of those ones you're gonna have to challenge.
That's okay. I appreciate a good challenge, and I've done this. It's going to be my 5th show this week.
That's wild. Are you tired or what?
I'm tired. I lose my voice at the end of every day, and like that's no bueno for a hypnotist because a hypnotist without a voice is just a creepy guy staring.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yep.
So.
I was going 5 or 6 shows a week, and it like gets tiresome. Yeah. And then I don't know. Obviously, you like to have a good time.
Totally. Yeah.
Right. I mean, like the first night you're great. The second night you're like, all right. By the third night you're like, oh my god, I should be in bed at 8 o'clock.
It's insane. A lot of my shows are at like 3 o'clock in the morning now.
Yeah.
But
So we're gonna take another quick little break. You are listening to Stand Ups and Standouts with Thick Chick Comedy Serenity Jones on Unity Radio 97.9 FM, Worcester's Community Connection.
Lights off. Cameras off.
So, the next segment, like you said, you need to be out of here by 3:45. Is there anything else you want to put out, information-wise, or anything you want us to portray for you?
No, we got all the events that were open Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Should they contact you if they wanted to do like a
Yeah.
I love your nails, but.
Thank you. I just got them done. And they just did.
Yeah,
the
she's
chrome
bougie.
nail
She's bougie with her nails.
the chrome nail polish.
I know, right? So I'm going through and I'm like trying to find a picture that like tits aren't all.
I came conservative today. But I'm
I
when I
see
get
it.
home.
I mean, not that I was like,
I know you like.
I
send me
know we'll
pictures.
get some views.
Yeah.
She's like, send me a picture. Then I'm looking at sit behind the bar, and then I'm like, whoa, this is not good behind the bar. Nope. And I was
I was like, I
like,
go find my own. Do you know how many pictures I had to download of you? Like, to find one that fit? Like, it was all like,
I know. I'm like, oh my god. And then I was like, 'cause I had one when I was pouring drinks. And I was like, nope, can't do that one. Can't do that one. I was like, great.
gotta work hard, gotta work money.
Got to.
Oh, yeah, it's nice.
These
They'll
things are
attract people
expensive.
in though. They'll attract people
Exactly.
in.
Yeah, so awesome. We'll let everyone know that you're leaving and that they're towards the last break. Yeah, it's fun. This goes by really quick, right?
It does, yeah. It's been a
I
half
was
hour
really
already.
scared, you guys.
It warms up. So when I first started, I used to feel like I was gonna throw up.
I texted Jess. I'm like, I'm
You got
gonna
2 more
throw up.
seconds.
I'm like, I'm scared.
You can come back.
And then the last, we can talk more about like what you have to offer, where people can find you and stuff, where it will just be you.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. You are listening to Stand Ups and Standouts with Big Chick Comedy Serenity Jones on Unity Radio, 97.9 FM, Worcester's Community Connection. In the studio with me, I have all the way from Webster's best watering hole within the town, Carlene Rosario. I have a local hypnotist, Dan Candell.
Yes.
And now, I don't know if you were listening, but he's going to attempt to hypnotize me on air.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, one thing, Dan, I just need you to know, we have FCC regulations. Yeah. Can't let me swear. Nothing too wild. Don't get me canceled.
All right. Yeah, cancel culture is a thing we all have to
Oh
worry
my
about right
God, right?
now. So here's the thing. Hypnosis, it just, like I said, it just kind of feels like you're almost like you're drunk.
I usually feel like that all the time. So.
Good. I mean, welcome to the club, right?
Yeah, right.
So there's a few different levels of hypnosis. So there's a few things that I actually do to kind of warm up the crowd. You'll see me doing these at the show tonight at the Pack
Oh,
and
that's
Webster.
right. Yes, he's performing this evening. Come on down. Myself, What's Up Worcester, Amanda Love will be there. So yeah, we're coming out.
We have like the celebrity crew in tonight's show. This is a big deal.
Right,
Good
that's right.
time.
And we'll definitely be doing some lives from the Unity Radio Facebook page. If
Yes.
that's okay
Oh,
with
that's
you.
totally fine with me. Yeah, and we're also gonna do some Jack and Fire shots, right?
Oh yeah, all of them.
Yeah.
We got them. We
Listen,
got 'em.
I have a show tomorrow.
You'll be fine.
Now you're performing at the Pack coming up too, right?
Yes, next Friday night I will be there. Yeah, so if you're free, come on down.
I'm actually officiating a wedding because why not?
Right, you have to hypnotize them so that way they
Yeah.
stay married.
So they
is
stay
that-
married, yeah. Yeah. So like, why not, right? Why not
Yeah.
have the hypnotist marry you? So.
I mean, I feel like your odds are better, right?
Yeah.
Whatever you do not get divorced. Do not cheat.
But so I would love to be there. I can't wait to see one of your shows.
Yeah. Well, we got the Honest John coming up on the May 20th, which is going to be dope. I don't know if you know who that is, but he is
Yeah.
the first Caucasian man to hit the stages of Def Jam comedy.
Ooh.
Yes. We have Millsy Dance Fitness who is doing their opening act. He has a whole dance troupe. So as people are coming in, they have some entertainment, something to watch prior to the show. Show's going to start at 8. We have local vendors that will be there. Yeah, it's going to be a great time.
This is gonna be the Pack is like the place to be.
That's right.
I used to live in Thompson by Webster.
Oh,
and
did
that
you
was-
really?
That wasn't there when I was there. Like, where's the Pack when I was around?
Out there.
No, there wasn't. Like we would go hopping and we'd have to hop to Worcester. So
Yeah. And sometimes it's great just to get out of Worcester. We went down there, had a great time. Bartender was amazing. The people that came through the doors that we interacted with were all super
It's a great
friendly.
environment.
It was like they knew we were out of towners, so like they were like, "Hey, what's going on?" And I'm wearing the Thick Chick comedy shirt, we're hanging up posters. Like people were like, "Yo, what's going on? What's going on? Who are you?" Like, it was great. It felt super at home. I felt like I used to go. I felt like I go to there all the time.
Yeah, we try to make it that way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very friendly there.
it's like a family, and you know what? It's easy to hypnotize family. Let's do a little preview of what's gonna happen. on the
Okay,
show
let's
tonight.
do it.
Can we
Let's do it.
All right, so here's what I do to kind of warm people up a little bit because I like to warm people up before we really get them into it.
I'll die if your daughter goes out too.
She's like already like halfway. She's like leaning over. And
She will hide
She's
him.
like, wait a minute.
she's like
I would die.
double time.
So
So
we have I think Quasi, why don't you pay attention to this too? Let's see if we can get you too.
Buster was asking me a little while ago. He's like, "What's this like?" I'm like, "Dude, you're gonna go under." Like, so,
All right, let's see if we can get all three of us.
So here's what I'll have you do, and the people watching along or even listening along, you can do this as well as long as you're not driving. So just if you're driving, then just kind of tune me up for the next minute. But what I'd like you to do is take your hands, clasp your hands together just like this. Excellent, good. Now this isn't going to put you to sleep. It's just going to show you how your mind works. Take your 2 index fingers, put them out just like this. Good. Now in a moment of brief moment. So people listening, what I'm having you do, I'm having you clasp your hands tight together and put your 2 index fingers out, almost like you're kind of making a steeple with your fingers. So you can play along with this. Now in a moment, I'm going to count to 3. On my count of 3, you're going to do 3 things. On my count of 3, you're going to separate your 2 index fingers. You're going to look at them. You're going to listen to my voice. You're going to imagine 2 magnets attached to your index fingers. 1, 2, 3. Pull those fingers apart. Look at them. They're going to touch. Let those 2 fingers draw in closer and closer together until they touch, just like that, like magnets. That space between them gets smaller and smaller until they touch. Now take those fingers apart one more time. They touch faster the second time. Watch, faster the time after that and faster the time after that. So weird because they keep touching. Now, it's gonna feel like, leave them together, it's gonna feel almost like that they're stuck together. So imagine for a moment that I just tied those fingers together and now it's almost impossible to pull them apart. Almost impossible to pull them apart. And it becomes almost impossible. Serenity, what's that feel like now?
I know it's happening.
Isn't
I
it
know
weird?
it's happening.
Right.
She's fighting
I'm
it.
trying to fight it. I
But there
can't.
you can't fight it. You can't
Oh my
fight it.
god,
It's
I can't
happening.
even let go of my hands.
All right, now I'm gonna snap my fingers. You can take your hands and your fingers apart. Now, there we go. Isn't that weird?
Did that work for you too?
She was like, I'm not
What?
listening to it. She was
No,
what?
she's
Like,
Quasi, did it work for you?
he's like, But Serenity, what did that feel like though?
I knew it was happening in my mind. I was like,
Yeah.
oh my god, like
She was fighting it real hard.
I was like, you
But it
know.
still happened though, right? Your fingers went together.
Yes,
And
and
what
actually,
was
like I couldn't even take my hands are like I was like I can't even take them apart like. But I knew so I guess I would thought that like once you get hypnotized like you wouldn't even be able to speak.
Right, no. So what happens when you're hypnotized is you can still hear other sounds. So you're not asleep, you're not unconscious. You're very aware of what's going on. You just don't care what you're doing. You feel so relaxed. Like you just feel like this blanket of relaxation.
I don't know if it was relaxation
That wasn't, yeah, so that wasn't. That was
Yeah, I felt like I honestly I felt panic for a
Yes.
minute.
You did. You looked you were panicked.
So this is you did look at it, you were like, oh
You're
no.
like, wait a minute.
I did. I felt panic. That's exactly what I felt.
So here's what happens. So in that moment, so in that brief moment, if I was on stage with you or I was closer to you, I'd fire off a command and you go instantly relaxed. So what happens is I overload and overwhelm you for about 30 seconds to the point where your mind just wants to shut off and you just want to escape that feeling. And then I give you a command and you escape that feeling. And what happens is your body relaxes and everything like that. But you still got to host the show. I can't host the show for you, so I didn't want you to go that deep into
yeah,
it.
right. Like I was definitely panicking. Like you could tell from my face, and then I was like, my fingers were like twitching
You were
as it was
twitching,
going
yeah,
together. And I was like, wow, I can't even. And I knew I was trying to, but like I physically couldn't.
You physically couldn't, right. Now,
It didn't seem like such basic command.
that's exactly what it is. It's very simple. It's like following a GPS. And if you can follow a GPS, you can be hypnotized. Now, this is the thing though. Like I said, everybody can be hypnotized, but not everybody can be hypnotized the same way at the same time.
What if somebody hypnotizes themselves?
So self-hypnosis.
Can they get their hands stuck like that? Like,
Yes.
all
Yeah, so
right. So if there's any listeners out there,
Don't try this out.
I apologize. I apologize.
and by the way, for your listeners, on my count of 3, you can take your hands apart. 1, 2, 3. Just in case. We have to cover our bases.
I know, right? Like, yeah, like I beat up Jerry and Amanda, you know, like.
We're gonna be at the bar tonight, like.
I know, right?
I'll take your drink.
You know, and I was like, you know, because I'm a control freak.
Yeah.
And I was like, this isn't gonna work. It's not gonna work. Like,
That's what people say. That some of my best subjects on stage are people who crave control, and there are people who come up to me and say, "Dude, there's no way you're going to be able to hypnotize me." I'm like, "Okay, I like a challenge. We'll see." Challenge accepted.
Yeah. So do a lot of people like? Do they get panicked like I did? I was like, oh.
Yes, yeah. So a lot of people, I would say, not panic, but they'll
So
be
like
surprised.
essentially, you're giving people anxiety.
Right, yeah. That's why
And
they
then-
call me the anxiety relief guy, because I give them anxiety, then I take it away.
Exactly.
So what happens though, Serenity, is like it's usually like surprise. It's not usually panic, but it's like almost like surprise that people feel. It's like, oh my gosh, like I can't believe this is happening.
Yeah, I think there was some of that, but then I was like, I can't move my hands.
Yeah, yep. And then what happens is when you get to that point, that's where I instantly relax you, and that's where you get very deeply hypnotized. So that was actually what we call, there's 6 stages of hypnosis. You achieve level 3 of hypnosis. That's level 3. So all I would have to do is bring you down the other 3 levels.
So you're gonna have me out there doing cartwheels or something.
Yes, cartwheels good. And I've never made people cluck like a chicken, but I don't know why. That's what first thing people, are you gonna make me cluck like a chicken? Like, no. A little bit more modern than that.
Right. I was like, don't make me swear. Don't
Yeah.
make me get We're FCC regulated.
They're watching you like a hog.
Yeah, you know. Oh man, that's just so wild. Like, and I know Quasi kind of gave me the face, like, So I think that like when we get off air, we need to like try to like hypnotize him a little bit more.
Oh yeah, Quasi will. You'll go into it. You'll like see you. He's
So-
like,
It's like,
Is it normal? I feel like my brain feels a little bit like frazzled, or
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
like that this just happened,
Yeah,
like,
almost like confused. It's like
yeah.
it's like how can that happen when I was aware the entire time?
And I was like trying to like, you know, like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're trying to resist against it, but it's like you couldn't.
yeah, like literally I feel like my brain muscle, like it's just like it feels a little tired or like just like, whew.
Yeah, because it creates that mental fatigue. And again, like these are all levels of hypnosis. Now, the good thing is because you were able to do that, you're actually going to feel really relaxed throughout the rest of the day because you've worked that part of your mind. So you'll be able to feel really relaxed throughout the rest of the day today.
Okay,
Yeah.
super.
There you go.
That was wild. So, Carlene, I know that you are tipping out a little bit early. What do you want to let people know other than to come on down tonight, come on down next Friday? Kid Cash will be there coming up. But anything we missed, anything you want people to know?
We're open Thursday, Friday, and Saturdays, 5 to 1.
But the premier banquet, it's upstairs. If anyone is looking for a quinceañera, a wedding, a baby shower, this is the place to be. Carlene is the person to get in contact with. Yeah,
Yeah, you
She'll
can-
do all the marketing for you too. You
exactly.
that's right. That's right.
put together those flyers on Canva, right?
I love doing those flyers.
Yeah.
Oh, I do Canva. I use Ripple, and I feel like sometimes remake it. Like I'm adding it in layers, like 'cause I you know to do an ad technically.
Exactly. You have to put layer after layer and then take them off.
Right. So if you like screw up in the beginning or you spell something wrong or somebody's name, so you gotta go back and.
But that's part of that's
It's part of the
it.
learning,
It's part
yeah.
of the learning curve,
That's right. I've done where people are like, oh, well, my stage name is this. Well, why didn't you tell me that?
Well, now your stage name is gonna be this.
Yeah, right. Now you're gonna be who you are, okay? You're about to get canceled.
That cancel culture.
I know, right? But Carlene, it's been great coming down. We thank you for coming on
Thank you for
down.
having
You've been great. I'm glad that you were able to connect me with Dan. I'm super excited. Stay tuned.
Exactly.
Dan is going to be working with the chick comedy. But yeah, this has been great. We're gonna see you this
I will see you guys
evening.
tonight.
Can't wait.
Yep, that's
I
right,
can't wait.
that's right. So we are going to take a quick little break. You are listening to Stand Ups and Stand Outs with Thick Chick Comedy, Serenity Jones on Unity Radio, 97.9 FM, Worcester's Community Connection.
Lights off.
Yeah, that was panic almost. I was like,
Oh my god, you saw your face.
Yeah,
Like,
you're
I'm like, she's really going under. She's like, you couldn't. It showed in your face. You were going, I'm like, oh boy. I
ah.
can't wait till tonight. I'm excited.
Yeah, this is gonna be great. Thank you so much for coming down.
Thank you
We
for
will
having me.
see
I'm
you.
gonna go meet my kid's father so we can pick up his son, and then I have to go set up for tonight.
awesome.
Look
I'm
out,
meeting
right? So
my
you guys have the
dad.
boots on. Are you working in those?
She's
I
You
go,
know
I
my
go there. You
father-
guys laugh. I go there, but then I put flip flops on.
She
about
wants-
14 chairs.
14 chairs.
Yeah.
All right. I'm
Awesome.
gonna get all set up for you.
Awesome.
I'll
Thank
see you
you
guys
so
tonight.
much.
Yeah, yeah.
Fireball
Nice
shot.
I'll be there
I should
around.
get the Jack and Fire.
to
Yeah,
meet you.
I'll get there around 7 o'clock tonight.
Perfect. We'll be there till 4:30.
Awesome.
I mean, my friend, when he said like it started to go fast, I was like, yo, my fingers are closing. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna set up you on top table so you and
Awesome, thank you.
Bye guys. I will see you tonight.
Yeah, I will.
You're always hungry.
All right, bye, honey. Thanks for
Bye.
meeting you.
I'm excited. Sorry for the nerves.
You wanna
move?
Yeah, please do, please do.
Awesome.
That was wild.
Yes, sometimes it can be like a little freaky, but that actually means you have a really good, powerful mind. Because people, if some people just can't do it, and those are actually the people that can't do it. Those are the people that aren't in control. That means you were able to control your mind to the point where, like, I'm gonna make this happen. I'm determined.
No, I didn't want to make it happen.
But you still did.
Did you try it?
I did it. It was coming together. Just
Yeah, that's what happens. Some people it happens slow. Some people it happens quick.
Yeah, Claudia's right. But you were also over there, and I'm over here.
But I was
like-
paying attention to where you was talking. That I was like, I have to focus on this.
Yes, yeah. There was a radio show. I
Could
was
you
on-
see the panic in my face?
I wasn't looking at your face. I was looking at this.
Yeah.
Until you started getting too loud. Then I started.
Why was I like? Did I get like? I was like, did I grunt or something?
I remember.
No, but you started raising your voice. Why?
Oh my god.
Can you hear me in the mic? Okay, is my voice level? Okay?
Yeah,
Yeah, you're great. You're
fine
great.
with
She was a
that.
little quiet.
Okay, all right. There was a radio station I was on one time where I did hypnotize the host, and like I didn't know what to do, and he was just like he was just conked out. So every radio station I do, I'm like, okay, do not like deeply hypnotize the host of the show because
What did you do? Like,
I was just like, I
You
had
have
to have,
taken over the whole show.
that's what happened. I had to have the director of the show come in and like be like, what do I do?
We're these assistants here.
I'm gonna do the photo right here. Just take this off.
Five, four, three, two.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. You are listening to Stand Ups and Standouts with Thick Chick Comedy, Serenity Jones on Unity Radio, 97.9 FM, Worcester's Community Connection. So in the studio with me, performing at the Pack tonight at 37 Webster Street in Webster, local hypnotist, and actually just hypnotized me, Dan Candell.
Yes, I am so excited to be at the Pack tonight.
I can't wait to watch your show full effect.
It's gonna be off the charts.
I find it hilarious. So during the break, Dan shared with me that he was on a radio show and hypnotized a host so much to the fact that they were out. And I was like, well, thank you not for doing that to me. But he had to call for assistance.
Yeah, I didn't know what to do because the guy was just out, and the station manager came over. They said, "Dude, this guy is so tense. We've never seen him relax so much. We've never heard him shut up." And so this guy was just like zonked out.
Oh my gosh.
So that's why I said, like, okay, I'm on the radio a lot. I'm like, okay, note to self, like, don't ever hypnotize the radio host like that again.
That is wild. That is wild. So yeah, folks, definitely come down to the Pack. It's 37 Webster Street in Webster. 37 Harris Street in Webster. Myself, what's up, Worcester, Amanda Love, I'll be down there. Quasi, you want to join us? All right.
He's gonna do it.
So Quasi's going to come too, so we'll tell Carly we're going to add it for him. So other than these shows, these adult shows, you're doing positive things, helping the community.
Yes. So I am known worldwide as the anxiety relief guy. So it's my job to help take people's anxiety away very quickly, and I replace it with I call it confidence on demand. And therapeutically, clinically, hypnosis is very different than it is on stage. And I also have a group that I do once a week. It's a weekly support and resolution group. We have about 150 people every week in the group on Zoom. And I do group hypnosis sessions every
Over
Wednesday night.
Zoom.
Over Zoom, yeah. I hypnotize people over Zoom every week to help them overcome anxiety, achieve their goals, change habits, and stuff like that.
Wow.
Yeah. Last week we did one on embracing your inner creativity. We did one the week before about detoxing negative energy. We did one on what we call the bounce back effect, bounce back after trauma. So there's
Wow.
there's a
I
lot
think
we
that
can
we
do.
all know people that could use this.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, we all know people with trauma. We all know people with anxiety. And then some of this anxiety is, debilitating. Like, you can't even sometimes get out of your house
Right.
or, like simple tasks for one person is very, very difficult for somebody with anxiety.
Totally. And the good thing is that a lot of times people go to therapy for years and years and years, and some people get really good effects and some people don't.
Right.
My program is about 4 to 6 sessions, and people usually notice a very drastic positive side effect after just one session, like an hour and a half session. They feel much, much better.
What are you doing? What are you doing? You're shutting something off in the brain to stop the anxiety.
Yes, essentially. So what I'm doing, there's 3 ways in which, there's 3 steps to what I do. Number 1 is education. So I educate the client on how this is going to work and also how their anxiety works scientifically. And then I get really curious. I want the client to educate me on what they're experiencing so I know exactly how they're experiencing it. Number 2 is what I call rewiring. So I teach them neurological techniques to actually stop the pattern of anxiety. One of them is called bilateral stimulation, which is literally you take an object like a candle and you hold it in your hands and you just pass it back and forth like this. That stimulates both sides of the brain. When it stimulates both sides of the brain, it cancels out the pattern of anxiety.
Now, would that be something like, they have the fidget things?
Yes, yep. It's similar to that, but this is a little bit more brain-based. And then almost like the pop-it things that they have too that you push, and it's like buttons that you push, they're like satisfying. This is a little bit more with neuroscience. And there are all different techniques I teach like that, which are basically like self-hypnosis. It teaches a person how to self-regulate and emotional control. And then step 3 is hypnosis. And I basically reprogram their response. And I say this is essentially how people feel at the end. Things that used to bother you, make you anxious, no longer do like they did before, but instead they empower, motivate, and inspire you instead to be the best version of yourself. And that's honestly how people feel when they walk out.
Really?
Yeah, it's almost, it's like I posted a video on my TikTok the other day. This is what people think I'm doing when I'm working with clients, and it cuts to the scene and
Oh yeah, the Hocus.
Yeah, it's like,
Yes.
it's like how do like
I was expecting something like that too.
that's what people think.
Yeah.
That's what people think. But it works so quickly, and it's not just about hypnotizing people and saying, on my count of 3, you'll open up your eyes, you'll never be anxious again. But it's about teaching people really how to gain control over the parts of their life that they feel out of or beyond control.
Wow. So I had a friend, and she went and got hypnotized from the Mad Russian.
Oh, I know the man.
Yes. And she stopped smoking for a very, very long time, and then I don't know how many years later she had picked it back up.
Yeah.
Is this something like, did it have to go in and get like a refresher?
Sometimes you do, yeah. So because there can be sometimes things that trigger it back for people, and it's like an old habit that people can sometimes fall into. So there are several ways that we deal with that, because I also do smoking cessation as well. And the thing is, though, hypnosis in and of itself, just hypnosis, is about 40 to 50% effective. But when you match other neurological principles on top of it, it goes up to about 95% effectiveness.
Wow.
So it's also teaching people not just how to quit smoking, but how to stay a non-smoker. And that's one of the things that my program does that other programs don't, is I teach them, okay, so if you ever go back or if you ever think about it again, here's what you do to cancel that thought out and crush that craving.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So that's sometimes people.
So
do
what
need
is
that.
something like that cost? Because I mean, I don't. You're obviously not a smoker.
Right.
So cigarettes are over $10 a pack.
Over $10 a pack. Yeah. If you smoke a pack a day, you're saving in a year from stop smoking. You save about $3,800 to $4,200 a year.
That's a car.
Yeah, that's a car. That's a cruise.
That's
yeah. So my
as well as the health.
yeah, health. Health and everything. So my smoking program, it's a 2.5-hour session, and it's an involved process, and it's $800 for the entire smoking program. I also give people an online program as well to make sure they stay quit. And I also offer a guarantee. So if people do go back to smoking, they come back and see me one time for free if they need to.
Wow. Now, where's your office out of?
So I'm out of Northborough. But I see clients from all over the world on Zoom. And I also have clients. I had a client a couple of weeks ago flew from California to come see me in person. Another person drove from Pennsylvania to see me. So I have people that fly and drive.
If we can also make sure that we can get his links up, his Facebook page link, as well as his page. So that way, if anyone out there is listening, they can come to the Unity Radio page. They can just click a button and go right to you.
Absolutely. And something I have, it's called the Anxiety Relief 5x5, and it's 5 techniques. They're like $30. It's 5 techniques I teach to my clients that help reduce anxiety in 5 minutes or less. People can get that. I don't think I sent you this link, Serenity, but it's danishere.com, and it looks like Danish ear. danishere.com. And they can get that Anxiety Relief 5x5.
So you were actually assisting people in quitting smoking over Zoom.
Yes, yep.
That to me is like, and how many people like that? People that have been smoking their whole entire life, they're like, oh yeah, okay, over Zoom, like,
Yeah.
right?
But you know what? It's you get to work with people in their own comfort zone. So it's really good because people are already in the comfort of their own home, so they don't have to worry about driving to an office. But I am open in person, so I do have, I would say about 20% of the clients I see are in person, 80% are over Zoom.
That is well, and you said that you're overseas. You're getting people from overseas.
I get people in I have so many clients in Australia. I have clients from Singapore. I worked with an NBA basketball player who went over and trained. I worked with several popular sports teams. I can't say which ones.
Yeah.
But I've worked with several popular New England sports teams and teams and players and stuff like that. They reach out to me privately because they have, like everybody else, they have private stuff that goes on in their life, and it causes them performance anxiety. So I work with a lot of performance anxiety, a lot of business professionals, sales professionals, stuff like that, to help them get more confidence, more focus, and boost their performance up a little bit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's impressive. That really is.
It's insane. Right now I have a waiting list. It's about a 6 to 8 week waiting list to see people. And
you were able to squeeze us in, so
I was able to squeeze you in.
Thank you so much for coming to Unity Radio.
I was saying earlier, I get about 24 messages a day on Facebook from people like reaching out to me, and I saw your message coming. I'm like, who's this chick?
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. So I have an assistant.
You missed the long one. You're like, oh, okay. Like,
no, I did miss it. Then I had to go back and read it. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah. It was wild. So yeah, well, knowing that you're as busy as you are, thank you so much for getting back to us.
This is awesome. And Thick Chick Comedy, you know, I was trolling on your page a little bit and everything like that. I'm so proud of everything you're doing.
Oh, thank you.
The world needs more laughter, and people
my
just
God,
need to
right?
laugh a little bit.
That's right. Take it down a little. Let's not be so
Right.
serious. Like, you know?
Except for if you're a comedian, now you might get slapped in the face.
Oh, that's all right. I'm not worried about it. They have these things called mic stands. I will be whipping them at people. Like,
I
don't
love it.
anybody getting froggy ideas, okay? Like,
I've had people after my show, they come at me with baseball bats. Like, I've caused so many bar fights because of things that I make other people's girlfriends do. Like, this is like, it's gotten bad.
you
Like,
need a
it's gotten
security guard or something.
Yeah. So I went on tour in San Salvador one time, and they said, "Do you want a security guard?" No, I'll be fine. I realized if they offer you a security guard,
Take it.
take it.
You're lucky you didn't end up at some like
A ditch.
camp or something.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my God, this has been great, Dan. Everyone, 37 Harris Street in Webster at the Pack. Be there tonight. You've been listening to Stand Ups and Stand Outs with Thick Chick Comedy, Serenity Jones on Unity Radio, 97.9 FM, Worcester's Community Connection. That is wild. Like, yeah, you don't need one. Yeah, no, I would everywhere. But that's funny, yeah, what people's girlfriends do. Like, come on.
It's
like-
insane. Some people, I'm like, dude, you're taking this way too seriously. I'm like, it's a comedy show.
Yeah, right. We're just here to have a good time. Yeah. So I was hosting a hip hop thing, and like some girl had talked some shit to me, and I roasted her, and like she like wanted to
Good.
fight me,
Well,
and I was like, oh my God, I will fucking take your wig, and it'll fucking be on my wall as a fucking trophy. I was like, I'm not that one.
I love it.
Yeah, but it was wild. Like people get crazy.
And this is how you know you have chops, when you have like battle stories from
You know?
comedy.
I was like, oh my God, I'm like, I will take your wig. Don't do it. I know that was expensive. Oh yeah, I was just like crazy.
Yes, Ren, did you perform in Boston at all?
I do sometimes, not as often as I would like.
Let's see.
But we should definitely do a picture and so we can put it up. I'll put it on my social network too.